Well, there's some things I definitely want to talk about. In regards of basically the Kids Online Safety Act, or I will say COSA, basically as for example, I saw basically I saw something that they're talking about maybe voting about it. They're doing a debate sometime. I think they're doing a debate sometime tomorrow. I definitely do think so. I definitely do believe. I'm not really actually 100% sure. I saw this on Chief Refuses Twitter, and to be honest with you, I got him blocked for a reason because I don't want to hear about hearing about this censorship nonsense and stuff like that. I don't want to hear about it or anything like that. As I said many times before, the reason why I unsubscribe to him because he definitely would think that it's important to him. He definitely would think that it really actually is. I mean, if it's important to him, then it's important to him. To me, it's not important to me. I will explain why. In my own view, I don't believe censorship is very important. I really don't believe it. I really don't think it. It really actually is. That's just my opinion. When you argue about basic from other different sites and stuff like that, basic from like pornographic websites or porno websites or whatever that maybe is, or whatever that maybe is, or something like that, or basically different sites just shows just shows basically explicit images, which I can't really personally I can't say, or Pixel, or basically, or any of those kind of different sites and stuff like that. Basically, of all that, it's majorly it's going to happen. It really actually is. Personally, I definitely do think, and I will definitely will say this. I don't want people to get upset with me or get mad at me or rage at me or to give me death threats or anything like that and just say to me and just say, and I'm just going to say this right now. I know a lot of people are going to be really upset about me. But I'm just going to say this right now. I don't believe that Kids Online Safety Act is about censorship. I don't think it really actually is. I think it's just basically it's about protecting the kids. Some people will probably get really upset with me about for saying that. That's fine. I mean, as long as people being neutral and being respectful, I would like that. That's what I would like, but not really basically in a way where people would just basically just bash me because of my own opinion and stuff like that. To be honest, I'm 44 years old. I'm an adult. I love anime. I love manga. I love that kind of stuff. I love watching movies. I love anything in a different genre. I definitely love. I support people who are gay or trans or white, black, whatever it is that maybe is and stuff like that. I don't judge a book by its cover. That's a slogan I'm just gonna start using on for majority for now on and stuff like that. I may not agree with some people say. I may disagree with some people say. I may just be that way. That's all I'm just saying. That's all I'm just saying. If people want to be political based on their channel, that's fine. I don't want to be involved in that. I'd rather stick to something I really want to do. What is something that I really want to do? Not just more like just what I want, just for something to get people to really understand the whole diagram of the universe of what I view. That's just my opinion. That's what I definitely think. I don't want to put myself into a position where I feel like I need to talk about this 24/7, saying like, "Oh, this is going to happen," like our rights going to get taken away. I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. I have no proof or no idea. People are basically going to jails and stuff, just for a meme or something like that, or just basically just thinking and stuff like that. I think personally, I can't remember what video that Chiba was talking about. They're talking about using some kind of device, use some kind of device to read people's minds or something like that. I don't know. That's hypocritical to me. There is no device that's out there can do that. That's kind of like talk about a utopia, kind of like a situation the person will to say like if they can read people's minds and predict what people are basically going to say, and they're going to throw them in jail for saying those kind of things, stuff like that. That is wrong. That's humanitarian crisis to me. In my opinion, that's what I definitely think because it's stuff like that. If someone says the wrong thing or stuff like that, let's say, hey, I like your dog, or we're gonna throw you in jail. Hey, we're gonna throw you in jail because you like my dog. Hey, I like your kid, and we're gonna throw you in jail like you like my kid and stuff like that, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's basically kind of like stopping people from talking and stuff like that. That's what makes it feel to me. Hey, call me an idiot. I mean, that's what, regarding what I think that what she was basically saying, that's what it basically feels to me. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that's definitely going to happen. I don't think that is definitely going to happen. There's no technology can process based on what we think or based on what we say. That is really impossible. I don't think that is definitely is space is definitely is going to happen. I don't think it really exists. Do I believe in censorship? I don't support I don't support censorship. I believe that basically that censorship is definitely is going to happen. It definitely really actually is. It's basically it's going to happen. I can't stop it. I can't go to Capitol Hill and just say like raise your hand and say like and just say stuff like that. I can't. I mean, I can just tell them. I can just tell them and stuff like that. I think people do have a freedom of the right to basically go online and see what's going on based online. But I understand that parents and people are very concerned when it comes to kids and stuff like that. I understand that. I 100% respect that really a lot. But I want people to basically really understand here is that want people to really understand here is that if you look under the parents' side of different things, then they will complain about saying like, why is my child seeing this? Why is my child seeing that? Why is my child seeing this and that? Why is my child watching pornography? Why is my child watching violent movies? Why is my child playing Grand Theft Auto 3, or Final video games, or watching anime that's violent or sexual or stuff like that? That's a whole generalization. That's basically what it feels to me. If I was a parent, if I was a parent in my own situation, we need to have tools basically like that. Not to ban them from the sites, but basically block the sites so they won't basically get access to it. If I find out that one of my kids are basically doing that, yeah, I will probably get very upset, and I will say, no, you don't need to be on those. You need to be on those sites. Personally, makes it feels to me. I don't have any kids. I don't have a wife or anything like that. I personally, I really don't. But I want people to really understand. But I'm just using that as basically a hypothetical of a saying. If I definitely do, I personally want people to really definitely think here is that if one of my kids are the age of 16 years old or age 16 years old, yes, I will let them use a cell phone, but I would not basically below that age, from 15 or below, I would not let them have a cell phone. I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion. When they reach the age of 16 years old, they can have a cell phone, but I would put restrictions based on that. They probably will not like me saying like, "Oh, we don't like it, oh Dad, we don't like you basically doing that." Oh well, tough luck. Oh well, tough luck. I'm sorry, you're my kid. You're living in my house where you have to do what I say. That's what I say. I have to set standards for myself, set standards for my family. I have to step up. That's what I have to do. I have to be the man of the house. And that's what I have to be. That's what I have to do. If my wife disagrees with that, she wants to leave me. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. I was just say like, okay, all right, that's fine. If you don't believe what I definitely think, that's fine with me. You want to cut ties with me, that's fine with me. If you want subjugating basically around just based off that, and you support that, that's fine. and I will say this basically everyone. Yes, people should fight against censorship. People should fight basically against it. Not like start a war or start riots or basically get mad or basically like take over the government and stuff like that. I'm not person just saying that. And I'm not just person just saying that. I'm not just person just saying that. But I personally definitely would say is basically talk to your congressman or your senator people and talk to them and tell them say hey and tell them say hey like we can't allow this to happen. We can't. But I would definitely would argue basically that it's going to happen. They're not. I don't think they're not really targeting for censorship. I don't think that they really are doing it unless if somebody can prove to me by article or something like that, or basically saying like this is basically what's going to happen, saying like and see what's going on. Uncle Sam knows what's going on. They know what we're going. They know what's going on. They actually definitely do know. Some people will probably say, some people will probably say like like they know your birthday, they know your records, they know everything. They know everything. They probably know. They probably know like what we're doing online. They probably definitely do know. They definitely do know that. They definitely do. They definitely do. They can go online. They can go online and find out what we're doing and stuff like that. That's what it definitely feels to me. If people say that's a breach of privacy, in a way, yes, that's a breach of privacy. But there's a reason basic for that because just to protect people. That's what they're trying to do. Feel free to disagree with me. That's what I think. Like I said for like I said, this whole utopia basic of a world situation, it's more like it's basically going to happen. If you think that's for a movie, it was Sylvester Stallone, and also I can't remember his name. Is it Dennis Rodman or something like that? No, not Dennis Rodman. I can't remember his name. Um, Demolition Man. Demolition Man. Like where you can't give high fives, you can't touch anybody or anything like that. You're not allowed to say bad words, but that's a utopia, basically kind of a world, basically of that. That really actually is. That is a utopia, basically kind of world. To be honest with you, would you want to live in a world basically kind of like that? No, I wouldn't want to live in a world basically like that. But is it a good thing for that to happen? No, really don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. And that's just basically what I definitely think. When it comes to smartphones and iPhones or Android phones, my phone's right over there, basic charging or basic laptops and stuff like that. Our technology is advancing more each and every day. It really actually is. I think this is the reason why the governments are pretty much are taking control and saying like, hey, we got to protect the people, we got to protect the children, we got to protect them. That's what we have to do. But if people think that this is basically taking away people's freedom of rights and for censorship and stuff like that, I don't believe that. I don't believe it's basically taking people's rights away. I don't believe it's basically about censorship. I think it's just basically about just basically protecting the kids. That's all I'm just saying. Like I said before, I'm not demanding respect or something like that. I just want people just to understand what I'm saying from my opinion, and that's what I definitely believe. But if people want to get upset with me based on that, okay, then that's fine. But as long as people, I just ask people, please be very respectful. That's all I ask. Like I said, I'm not trying to demand respect or anything like that. I just want people to understand where I'm coming from what I'm saying, from what I'm saying here. I'm fine with people disagreeing with me. I'm fine with that. If I lose a lot of subscribers based on that, then so be it. And then like I said, I can't change people's minds. I can't. People can only get change themselves. I can't change people's minds. I can try to get people to understand. That's all I can try. I can do. But yeah. Anyways, that's it for this video. But like I said, I mean, feel free to disagree with me of that. If people want to get upset with me, then that's fine. I'm not trying to upset people based off that, and I'm not trying to, right, like that. But the only thing I can only can try is just to tell people is that if you want to persuade your congressman people or the senator or the president, and you tell them and say, hey, we can't do this, will they listen? They probably will, but majority, I don't think they won't listen. They'll probably see things a much more different approach than what we're saying here and stuff like that. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You can't stop censorship. You can't stop censorship. That's kind of like saying like you can't stop a tornado from coming this way or stop a hurricane or anything like that, or stop a tidal wave like a tsunami or anything like that, or meteorite or whatever it is, and stuff like that. I mean, I wish people good luck. If people want to fight against it, then that's for you. But personally, to me, I don't want to fight against it. There is just it's the void of the inevitable. It's going to happen. I don't think they're not going to listen. I don't think they're not. They're just going to see things in a much more broader situation. That's what majority is going to happen. That's what's going to happen. So once the other worlds are start doing this, U.S. is going to apply, and they're basically going to do that. I mean, feel free to disagree with me. You want to get upset with me or get mad at me or whatever or disagree. But I just ask people, like I said before, I ask people just to be respectful. That's all I ask for. I'm not demanding respect. I just want people just to be civil. And that's all I ask. I mean, like I said before, that's just my opinion. But yeah, anyways, I love you guys. Take care. At least one day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please like one, give me a thumbs up, or give me a thumbs down. Doesn't matter to me. And please be comfortable. And I just ask you guys, please understand my points here. Please understand my opinions. That's all I ask for. And please understand what I'm trying to say here. And I ask people to please to be civil, not to be rude or be disrespectful. Like I said, I'm not trying to be demanding or being asking respect or anything like that. I'm just basically just ask people to understand where I'm come from. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. But yeah. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you guys one day. And I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.